I don't think most people think about me at all, which is probably a benefit to them. But I think as far as a writer, I've been married to a Russian woman for a couple of decades, and I lean on her for several things. Like in the in the land of Sergei Tuteron, um, there's all kinds of things that I want to describe. They're similar to things in our world, what I call the Sheridan, Wyoming world. They're similar, but I don't necessarily want to have the same name. I want it to be something a little different, you know. And so there's times when I'll ask her, okay, hey, Irina, what is the Russian name for whatever, for rock or something, whatever. And she'll tell me, but I don't hear the Russian at all. I mean, it's like tone deaf with that. And so I say, okay, fine. And so I'll write down uh, the what I think this word is, and that becomes my word. And I think a perfect example is I have this in actually more in the Secret City. There's a group of individuals that are snakes, and they actually are good guys. Nobody thinks so. I'm trying to be a little anti here and make these snakes into the good guys, and they are called the Samia. And I was talking to Rena about that, and I was reading some. I read to her sometimes. She goes, "Oh, wait a minute, that sounds stupid," whatever. And she go, "Wait a minute, what's that? What's a Samia?" And I said, "Well, it's this race of snakes." She says, "Where did you come up with that name?" I said, "What are you talking about? You told me." She says, "Told me." You said that the Russian word for snake is Samia. And she says, "Nobody from Russia is going to recognize that as being from Russia. The word for snake is really something called Samia or something like that that I can't say." And I thought, well, actually, that's good because I get a word and nobody really knows specifically what it is. So it's kind of like a little inside joke. Um, my favorite one like that is there in the Secret City, there is a an incident that happens regarding a pelican. And I didn't want to say pelican. So, I said to Irina, what's the Russian word for pelican? She says pelican. I said, okay, well, fine. And I started looking through every language I could think of. And every language, including Swahili, the word for pelican is pelican. So I gave up and just called it something completely different. But that really blew me away. I mean, I could not find a language out of a zillion that I looked at that the word for pelican was anything other than pelican.